what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Ace Industries podcast. I hope you guys have been staying blessed, and I also hope that you guys have been staying warm with all this crazy snow and ice. I know it's been crazy. Henry, what happened at Lindsey Wilson? What happened to the campus? Did it shut down? What happened, man?
Whole week, bro. The whole
Whole
week.
week?
Whole week. Went
Y'all was
back
shut
to
down the
the.
whole week
It's
for real?
yeah. It's rough, bro. Whole parking lot is covered in ice and everything.
Oh
So
man.
it's
So y'all
yeah.
didn't? Did y'all not have workouts either, along with
No. We were
classes?
walking to workouts. Don't
Oh
worry
yeah,
about
that sounds
that. We
about
were
right.
going to workouts, but
That sounds
no
like Coach
class.
Walker though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know it. You know it
That's awesome, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and give the people a little introduction as to who you are. So you
for
started
sure.
out at Lindsey Wilson as a true freshman wide receiver, correct?
Yep.
And
Yep.
this past year, your sophomore year, you became a conference champion at Lindsey Wilson University in the Mid South Conference, correct?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
and
Oh
now
yeah.
you're
You
heading
know
into
it.
your junior season as a former conference champion, and what's the goal for you heading into this next season?
Uh, I just we keep thinking back to that last game in Grandview.
Yeah,
We're trying to get past that. The goal is national championship. So that
absolutely.
the goal's been set for sure.
You came in as a true freshman, and like I said, you're heading into your junior year.
Yep.
So, what's changed for you the most about you as a player since you have first gotten to Lindsey Wilson versus now?
Um, I'd probably say the physical part of the game is definitely something that takes a little bit of time to get used to
Mm-hmm.
coming from a high school where maybe we don't throw the ball as much or it's not deep shots like that. Then you
Yeah,
just get thrown in the fire once you get to camp.
yeah,
So it's basically if you can figure it out, you can figure it out. You can get on the field. So I was able to figure that out quick enough to where I got on the field. But
yeah.
yeah, that was probably it for sure.
That's awesome. They threw you in the water to see if you could swim, and you
Yeah,
you swim a marathon, huh?
exactly.
What's the main thing you're trying to improve on this spring?
Um, probably just keep putting on weight, being able to be more physical, add that to my game, so I can just be more well rounded, get in the weight room more. So
Yeah,
stuff like that.
no, that's a great answer. It's always important because I mean, a lot of people don't realize how much receivers have to actually block, even though most of the times, like, we
It's a
see
lot.
receivers as, oh, we're throwing the ball to y'all, go catch it, go score it. But y'all have to
Yeah.
block every
Especially
run
when you
play.
got a
For
first team All American running back. We're
yeah,
gonna run the ball. So we gotta be able to block for sure.
yeah. No, you got to block when you got a running back like Tay
Yeah.
Saunders running
No
running up and
doubt.
down that
For
field.
sure. For
Shoot,
sure.
man, that boy, he got some lightning in his feet. I'll tell you that. So my next question is for you. So, how do you approach spring brawl differently now compared to when you were a freshman?
I feel like as a freshman, I was nervous going into it, thinking like, oh, I gotta perform, I have to do this, I feel all this pressure. But now I feel like I'm at a point where I just kind of gotta go out there and do what I know I can do,
Yeah,
and it's just trying to get better for the season to come.
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. I definitely can relate to you when you're saying the difference between, like, when you're a freshman, you're kind of more nervous, and then going into it now, you're just kind of trying to prepare yourself and
Yeah,
get
because you
that
know
weight
what it
room.
is. You know
Yeah,
what it is. You know what it's
yeah.
about to be. So
Mm-hmm. So, what does a good spring look like for you? Uh, Production or development? What would you say?
it's a little bit of both because you want to see what people can do and stuff like that, see what you got on the team. But I think overall, you want to get better in the spring because you think about it, you're not playing games right now. You got months to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I think more development would be more important than like an install. I'd just keep it basic and then
Yeah,
just see what everybody can do.
yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. Development, even if you're a seasoned, player, there's always something that you can develop and
Yeah, the
work on
little
to
stuff
make it better. So I think
for
that's
sure.
great. So you were talking about the weight room earlier, and so I'm glad I got this question on here. So we got talking about some weight room and some prep. So how important is the weight room for you right now going into the season?
I think it's really important, especially right now, because you don't got to be physically ready for a game. You can
Mm-hmm.
really can work really hard in there, and you can see the benefits for sure.
Yeah. Do you have like a goal per se that you're trying to get to? Like what you want to do?
Um, Not exactly. I'm after coming off of an injury, I really just want to feel like 100%. That's my
Yeah.
goal with dealing with little things here and there. So my goal is just to feel as physically 100%, as close to 100% as I can.
Yeah. No, that's great. And I think too, I mean, I remember you definitely played like two games while you were injured. Those last two games you was in.
For
Did you
sure.
play was it Indiana Wesleyan that you came back that game
I
or
was
was it
just I was
Grandview?
just holding that game, but
Yeah.
Grandview I played a little
Grandview
bit.
you
Yeah.
played and your shoulder was still messed up, wasn't it?
Yeah, bro. Still is to this day, but it's getting there. You
Yeah,
know,
hey, you
rehabbing.
gotta do some shoulder
I
presses.
got Cason.
Rehabbing with
If
Cason,
only it was
shoulder
that easy,
presses.
right? Yeah, man. If only it was that easy.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm gonna say this for those watching who don't know. Me and Henry was roommates where we was at whenever I was at Lindsey Wilson this past
the
year.
same house.
Yeah, we was we
Same
was chopping
house.
up playing the game, all that stuff. It was a lot of us in
Hmm.
that house too. It was
Too
crazy,
many.
but
Too many.
yeah, it was me, him, and a couple other guys, and we just had a rock star season.
It was a good
We
time.
were
It
trying
was
to
a
get
good
that
year.
natty. We got close to that natty. We really did, but
We're gonna run
um,
it back.
yeah,
We're gonna run it back
hey,
for
that's all
sure.
that matters. Is the next thing. Close
Yep.
but no cigar. You gotta move on to the next.
Mm,
So
yep.
it is what it
For
is.
sure. It is.
And I think this is a good question because I bet you'll have a good answer for this one. So, is there something that you've added to your routine this off season that you didn't do before?
Yeah, for sure. I never really took like prehabbing and rehabbing all that seriously
Mm-hmm.
because uh I'm blessed enough to be healthy throughout all my football playing years, and
Yeah.
then this last year was my first time I ever missed a game. So that was kind of a big shock for me.
Yeah.
So kind of just like making sure that all the little muscles in my shoulder and my hamstrings, trying to make sure everything's up to up to what it needs to be so I can go a whole season.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what comes with football too. And I think what
Hmm.
you're saying, what you're doing, is a great example for people and the steps that they can take because you can do that stuff even if you're not hurt. You can still do some of that stuff, stretching and
For
rehabbing and
sure. For
prehabbing just
sure.
to make sure your body is ready going into a practice or going into training or whatever it is. So
Yeah, you
I
can't
think it's
stretch
good.
enough.
Yeah, no, you can never
You can't
stretch.
stretch too much.
Yeah, you
You
can't
can't
stretch too
stretch too
much. Yeah,
much. It's
yeah.
good for you.
Even lions and cheetahs stretch, man, every morning. You know,
Yep. Yep.
So, and before I even get into this question, for y'all who don't know, it was me. It was me and Henry in this house. There was a bunch of other guys too. We had like Tucker, our punter, Lou, one of our linebackers, Cam Rankins, one of our other linebackers, and the quarterback who ended up getting freshman. What didn't he get MIAA first or MIAA? Didn't he get
He
Mid
did. It
South
was the
Conference
fresh
freshman player of the year?
player. Yeah, something like I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, and so we had a bunch of dogs in this house at one point, right? So we had all these
For real.
players, right? And so I know this next question, like I know you have a good answer. So how important is the chemistry with you and the QB during this phase of spring ball? You know?
Yeah, bro. I think that's one of the most important things that, especially now with how college football is, people leaving all the time. It's hard to get that connection. Like I had a great connection with my quarterback in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and we did good things, and I feel like it's been the same here, just going out to the field, catching passes before and after practice,
Yeah,
just talking through stuff like that. It makes things a lot easier when you
yeah,
get into a game.
yeah. Because he's Tate's still in that house, right? He's still
Oh
out
yeah.
there, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I bet y'all chopping it up all the time after weights, and
Yep.
pretty soon when spring ball starts and y'all start getting into actual spring ball and 7-on-7s in practice and stuff, y'all will have a lot more to talk about. So that's
No, for
great, man.
sure. For
That's
sure.
great.
And I'm excited to see how this camp goes with our quarterbacks. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, because I mean that Pryor's coming back. It's going to be
Yep.
some competition there with him and Tate, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I'm
Yeah.
excited for both those guys
I
though.
mean, no, and that's good. Ain't nothing wrong with a little healthy competition.
Yeah, I
Competition.
think that's great. That's the only way
Yeah,
to
you
get
both get
better.
better.
that's exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
So it'll push both of them to go even harder.
Oh,
So I think
absolutely.
that's great.
I think the offense is going to be more than okay going
Yeah,
from this spring ball
I
to
think so
fall
too.
camp to next season. I think
Agreed.
I completely agree with you on that. It will make them a lot, both of them a lot better. Transition to some questions. It's not about spring ball. It's about what's coming up, which is fall
Hmm.
camp. So, what is the biggest jump a receiver has to make from spring ball to fall camp?
I think you have to be really honest with yourself and go back and look at how your spring went, whether it was good or not what you wanted it to be, and just really figure out what you struggled with. And
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to attack those things first in the off season
Yeah.
so that you have as light at least amount of weaknesses in your game as possible. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's important.
That's awesome.
And
I like
then
that.
and then just getting better at the things you're already good at. Just
Mm-hmm.
keep adding on to what you already know.
Yeah, man. Practice makes perfect, and ain't nothing
Yep.
wrong with some self reflection on some things that maybe maybe your get off is really good, but how about the top of your route? How's the top of your route? Oh well, maybe it's not as
Exactly.
good as your get off. Well, then work on the top of your route and work on the get off. Like
Always got
make
something to
both of
work
them
on,
better, kind of
right?
thing.
Yep,
So
for sure.
I think that's a great answer. Um, my next question for you is: how do you plan on separating yourself once fall camp hits? And this is like preemptive because I know you're still in spring training, but
Yeah, yeah.
in your mind, what do you planning on doing to separate yourself?
Just doing what I need to do, being in the right places at the right time. But I think one of the most important things is knowing the plays and being able to play everywhere. Because then it's a lot harder to take you out of the game
Yeah,
when you know exactly what you're doing and you're helping the guy next to you as well.
yeah.
So
No, that's an awesome answer.
and it is great when everyone got to that point last year where it felt
Mhm.
like everybody knew what was going on. So I think that's one of the reasons we were successful.
It's interesting you say that. So you said it was great when everybody got to that point. Would you say from the 2024 season to the 2025 season, like the receiver room, did they kind of just all understand everything that was going on with the playbook a little bit more?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
but
saying?
we had also had a new OC come in, so we were learning that whole new offense, but we had
Mm,
all bought into it and it turned out really well for us.
yeah.
So we're just adding on to what we did last year.
How do you stay locked in if reps aren't going your way?
Um, I saw this thing the other day to not be obsessed with the result, but you're kind of obsessed with the process of it. Like no
Mm,
matter the result that comes with it, you're just continuing to work on your craft and it'll eventually come when it's
yeah.
supposed to. But just doing what you're supposed to be doing. You sometimes there's just things you can't change in college football.
Right.
Like if something happened, whatever, you're not getting as many reps that day, so be it. You just gotta take
That's
advantage of what you do get.
that's awesome, man. We got Scholar Henry in the building. He said don't be obsessed
It
with
was
the
something like
result.
that. I
Be
messed it up,
obsessed
but
with
I
the
saw it
process.
earlier.
No, that's a
I know.
bar. He
Yeah,
just
it
dropped
was
a
something like
bar on the
that.
live,
So,
y'all.
yeah.
Whoever got to hear that live, they just got blessed. I'll tell you that, Henry. Don't be obsessed with the result. Be obsessed with the process.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
that's
and that's a
nice.
hard that's a really hard place to get to mentally. I'm
Yeah,
far from that, but
yeah.
to be able to keep that in mind and work towards that to just keep doing what you
Mm-hmm.
know you need to do and your time will come.
That's awesome, man. Rome wasn't built in a night,
Mm-mm.
and
It
I think
wasn't.
you got that mentality, which is great. So the 2026 season vision. So what would make you feel like this upcoming season would be a success?
National I got something right here. Right here. Uh by the end of December. We need that national championship. We know what we
Yeah,
got to do now. So
yeah.
everybody's really bought in. We know what's going on now.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I love to hear that. And the fact that coming off of last year, like, a conference championship's great, but what's the next step? Because that's
Yeah.
not the top. That's not the
No.
pinnacle. And I do believe y'all will be able to do it this next season because y'all have all the talent in the world, and you guys got the coaching staff, and you guys got each other, and being on that team. When I was on that team with y'all, it just made me realize like what a really good close knit team looks like.
For sure.
Everybody was like how you were saying with the receivers when the new OC came in and they started buying into the process of what the OC was bringing to the table with the new plays or whatever. I could
Yep.
see that. I could see that all across the team, not just on
Yeah.
one position, not on
100%.
just one side of the ball, but on special teams, on defense, on offense. Even with our training staff, even with the coaching staff, even when we conditioning and lifting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just could see a collective buy-in from everybody and everybody wanting the same thing, which I loved, and I loved being a part of it. And I think you guys will definitely go out and do that thing next season and get that natty ring, because a conference ring ain't enough. A conference ring only gonna
Mm-mm.
take you so far.
Mm-mm.
So
And that wasn't our goal at the beginning of the year. Everyone had talked about it in our meetings, our team meetings
mm-hmm.
before fall camp had started. Well, we knew the talent that we had, and that we have now, and
Yeah,
we still know that goal's definitely achievable.
yeah,
So,
no, without a doubt, without a doubt. What motivates you right now?
um, I think with the amount of time that I put into this, I think it'd be a disservice to myself to not like continue to work at it and continue to get better. For
Mm-hmm.
one, because I enjoy it. I think it's fun, the grind and seeing the improvement and all that stuff. But I mean, I put so many hours into it, so
Yeah,
I just think I got to keep going. That's how I
yeah.
see it.
That's awesome, man. And I'm glad that you got that drive and you got that mentality right now. It just sounds like you're really focused, and that's great for you, but it's also great for the team you're playing for because I mean, it's going to take you a long way. And
Sure.
11 members are only as good as the one. It takes
Yep.
all
It's,
11.
it's the
Every
weakest one
individual
for
person's
sure.
got their job. So I think that's great that you got that mentality.
Yeah.
Um, this is the last question I ask everybody that I have on the stream on this. I ask them this question. So, what advice would you give to a receiver maybe coming in as a freshman, or just what advice would you give to a receiver playing in the same position as you, someone maybe in the same shoes, someone maybe not?
First of all, I just say playbook. Get in the playbook. Figure that out as quick as you can, and don't be afraid to ask questions for sure. Because all the older guys, they want to help you out and get you better. Because we're all working towards the same thing.
Mm,
So I'd definitely say that, but just come in and do what you can do, and just put your best foot forward because something's gonna go wrong your first fall camp. You're gonna lose a rep. You're gonna lose a lot of reps probably, but just being able to take the punches and get back up. I think that's the most important thing, and that'll show a lot about you to the coaches.
yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, you gotta show off that tenacity.
Yeah,
Coaches don't want no pushovers. If you guys were tuned in watching, I really, really do appreciate it. Please continue to stay blessed and be sure to, I got these. Oh wait, wrong hand. I got these handles right here. Both these handles. These two handles. This is my Twitch and this is my YouTube. They both are the same handle. They're gonna be XACE XST2X. So just go ahead, like, share, comment. I have this video posted probably on Wednesday or on Thursday, depending on how this week goes with work and everything else that I got going on. If you guys were affected by the storms, please, please, please be careful when you guys are going out. It looks like most of it is starting to melt and it's starting to warm up, but it doesn't mean that you can't be too careful when you're out there. So just continue to stay blessed and thank you guys so much for watching.